Here's what the finished ground tie should look like. Drop the rope on the ground, stay. I want to skip around him. Ha! Pew, 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 pew. So he should stay there no matter what I do, as long as that rope is on that ground. Now, if I want him to move again, I'm magically going to pick the rope up off the ground. Good boy. And here we go. Another benefit to this is I might be like, oops, dropped my rope. And he should be able to stay just from that. This is a finished product after we've worked on that ground tie. But when the reins or the rope has hit the ground, that is your horse's cue to stand still and to stay in that spot. We want to consider the horse as much as possible and prepare them for the act of tying as much as possible before we actually tie them. So 3 things that I teach my horses before I tie them is to be okay with the environment, to understand what it means to give to pressure in the halter. Very good. And also to know how to ground tie. So to have a concept of what it means to stay in one place. Now your horse should know how to back up with visual and verbal cues. So when I put energy in the air towards my horse, they should be able to back up, and they also should understand what the word back means. Okay, now I'm going to take her and square her up, get her standing nice. About right there is fine. Okay, I'm going to draw a circle in the sand around her. So I'm going to use my higher voice, good, when she's doing the right thing, and my lower voice, if she's doing the wrong thing, like getting out of the circle. The idea is to keep her feet in this circle, okay? And the way I'm going to prepare for this is I'm going to use the word stay and a flat hand towards her. This is my personal visual cue that I like to use for my horses. You may choose whatever you like. You can say the word ho or whoa or whatever it is you choose, but just make sure it's very, very consistent. I'm going to use the word stay. Now, how I prepare for this is I'm going to put her feet in the circle. I'm going to drop the rope so it touches the ground. I'm going to use my cue, which is stay. I'm going to take a little step back, keep my hands close to my body, and just relax. I'm going to cock a leg and just be chill. And let's see what she does. Now, if she moves, I'm going to activate, put some energy, put her back, and I'm going to relax. This is where you're going to use those visual cues. You're going to use your audio cues as well. Using the low voice, when she's not doing the right thing, and oh, good, when she's doing the right one. Pull her back into that circle. Stay. Good. Now she's stepped her foot out of the circle, so I'm going to use that visual correction that we used earlier in a different video to just help her back up and to stay there. The prerequisite for this is they do have to understand a visual backup. Good. Now if she stays there like this for a little bit, I'm going to pick up the rope and say, good job, that was so good, what a good girl. I'm going to walk her out. We're going to come back to this little circle. I'm going to put her feet in it. Good, we're going to start over. I'm going to drop the rope on the ground, just so I have a little bit to hang on to. Stay, take a little step back, hands together and quiet, and just relax. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, ah. Oops. She got a little twisted here. That's okay. Okay, we're gonna pick it up. Good girl, that's super. I know it doesn't mean that she knows exactly what to do yet, but just by default, she stood there for a little while and we're gonna take it. Okay, you don't have to necessarily put a circle down, but you can pick a spot on the cement, in the aisleway, in the pasture, drop that rope, stay. And then continue to correct her until she's keeping her feet, her front feet, right where you put them. Ah, 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 ah. Stay. Ah, ah. Good. Good girl. That's super. Very good. Now, problem solving. Sometimes horses have very wiggly feet and it's really hard for them to stay in one spot. So what I typically do is I'll get a piece of wood in a circle and I'll put it on the ground and have them stand on it. You can also get a square, like 2 by 2 feet, put it on the ground and just have them stand on it. Because they can feel when they're on the wood and when they're not, it's easier for them to realize that you're saying stay on that area. Okay, so for wiggly horses, try it with just a flat piece of plywood cut into a 2 by 2 foot square. I typically don't bug them about stomping for flies. If they took a little step forward but don't move the other foot, I'm okay with that. If it turns into 2 feet, 1 foot, 2 feet, then no, put them back. So I'm a little lenient with those things, but the idea is that they understand what it means to put their front feet in an area and to leave them there, okay? Really handy just to have a good ground tie on all horses. It can be used in many different instances and really gets that idea of staying in one place solid before we actually tie them in an area.